Vampires are very hot at the moment. What do you think kind of sets Byzantium apart? Because I think it's a very different kind of vampire film.
Well, it doesn't really follow any of the vampire rules, and it's about mother and daughter vampire. So there's this. It's a feminine vampire movie.
Yeah, you say feminine because it's interesting because I know people have been discussing feminist, feminine. I heard Social, I think, on Mark Kermode's show talking about it. I mean, what do you think about using that term in regard to it?
I think feminist sort of is the wrong term to describe this movie, because feminism is a movement in fighting for equal rights, and this movie isn't. It's the female characters are flawed and damaged, and they're not heroes. And I mean, my character's a prostitute, so obviously she's not a feminist, and she kills people that she thinks are not deemed fit for this world, which isn't really championing humanity. But I think it's feminine, so it's highlighting, you know, what it's like to be this particular type of female character in this world, and also motherhood and being a daughter and things. So you know, there is. I don't like to tarnish it with the feminist brush, because it's not a political statement, this movie, I don't think.
I want to ask you quickly about your next film. I think, are you filming at the moment, The Voices?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. The premise sounds extraordinary.
It's really, I loved it. I love it. I mean, I'm working with Marjane Strapati, who I'm just filled with positive things to say about her. Never had such an amazing feeling with the director, and she's the first female director I've worked with, and it's really incredible, that actually. And the script itself is totally crazy, off the wall, and wonderful. And I've never been so excited about a project, actually.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, talking about the female director thing, this is always a sort of difficult question to answer, but I mean, obviously with Moira as well. I mean, do you think it's become, in your time, any easier for women to get films financed? I mean, or even like a film like this, which is 2 female leads. I mean, what's been your experience of that?
If I'm very honest, I think it's still very, very hard. This film almost didn't happen, actually, because we had quite a famous actor in it, and then he pulled out, and then all the money fell through. No. And we had to really fight to get it made, and which is a shame. And actually, because the movie budget was in that, just like, you know, it wasn't a low-budget movie.
Yeah.
So I think in Hollywood, it's definitely not changed. It's definitely very male-centric, but I think in independent film it's definitely changing, and I'm constantly meeting female writers, female directors, constantly now. I don't know if it's because I've put it out there that I want to meet them, but it's definitely happening, but it is harder to get these movies financed, I think.
Still not an equal kind of thing.
No.